Financial. Thank you so much for watching us on this lovely evening. You should be able to have very good sound tonight. So I know last time we did the show, the sound was a little wonky. You should have excellent sound this evening. So really appreciate all you guys coming on the show tonight. So thank you so much for watching Angelo Christian Financial, where America goes for funding. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central, we do Talk with Angelo live. So last week we had a lot of interesting content that we went over, and a lot of very new information coming out in the markets this week. So your sound should be very good this evening. So let me know if you guys have any issues with the sound, but the sound should be coming through just fine. So got a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about tonight. And remember, you guys, if you ever have any questions, you can ask me questions too. That's why I'm here to educate you and empower you on loans, finance. That's what we do with our channel. We've been actively lending for over 20 years. We have thousands of customers that we've helped all over the country. We have awesome Google reviews, awesome ratings. So hey, Ishmael, good evening. Good to see you. Thank you so much. How's the sound, Ishmael? Is the sound okay? Can you hear me okay? You should be able to hear me fine. So I just want to make sure that everything's okay. So there's a lot of topics I want to go over tonight. Yes, sir. Okay, awesome. Thank you, man. That's awesome. I appreciate you giving me your feedback. So remember, you guys, if you ever want to learn more about real estate or get into real estate lending or mortgages, or this is my book. You can get a free copy of my book. It's called King of Real Estate. You can always download a free copy of this book. We give it to all of our subscribers, all of our customers for free. I wrote this book. Great book to read on how to start your own mortgage company. So if you're interested, it's free. You don't have to pay anything for it. It's a free book. You can get a copy of it. You can just put a message down below and ask for a copy of that book. And if there's anything that you guys ever want to see, or have me make a video on, or you're curious about, I'm happy. I love, a lot of my inspiration that I get for making videos. Hey Dennis, good evening. Hope you're doing well. A lot of the inspiration that I get, is from you guys. So good evening, Kevin. Hey Dennis, I appreciate you guys watching the show. I'm here because of you. I'm here to help you guys, to serve you. As you see, we've helped thousands of people to transform their lives, give them the money, give them the capital, either for someone trying to buy their home or somebody trying to make investments. That's why we're here. That's what we do. So you can get a copy of the book. Absolutely, it's free. We're here for you, to give you a copy of the book. Just message us. I've written a few different books. That one is how to start a mortgage company, a finance company. But I have different books on how to become a loan officer. We have our real estate university, where you can learn how to become a top producing loan officer. So we got a lot of stuff, and then obviously we're a lender, so we have all different types of loans. We do commercial, we do residential, we do hard money loans, we do FHA, VA, USDA, non-QM, self-employed loans. So we do a lot of different types of funding. We're the king in residential and commercial. So we love to help people all over the country to be able to get them funding. And you guys, the reason why we do every Thursday Talk with Angelo is a chance just to ask me questions, interact with me live. A lot of lenders, they don't do this. And I thought, when we made the videos are good, but you can't ask me questions with the videos, or there's no live interaction. And I think, making that connection with you guys is critical. It's important. So that's why we're here, to make that connection with you, so we can make a difference, so we can give you the information and knowledge. Because I find, every day we get calls from people all over the country where their loan got denied from another lender because the lender couldn't figure out the loan. They didn't structure it properly. They didn't understand the deal, and at the last minute the loan gets denied. And that happens in our business, and so I don't want that to happen to you. So the reason for our channel is to educate you guys. Oh, you're working with hey Jessica, how are you? That's a great question on crypto profits. That's actually a very good question. Hey Jessica, good evening. So actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because I have a lot of my customers right now making money with crypto and getting a home loan. And that's actually, I'm going to make a video on that because that's a very good topic. And I'm going to tell you, unfortunately, it depends on how you claim the income. If you claim it on your taxes, so I had a client, it's funny that you brought this up, I had a client actually today that's doing a loan, and he makes a killing, he makes a ton of money doing crypto. And his loan got denied because they didn't feel comfortable with, because crypto hasn't been nationally accepted by the banks as a source of income. So we had to do a private, now when I say his loan got denied, I'm not saying that I can't help him, but one of the loan structures that we were working on got denied, got rejected. So we had to figure out a different structure and do an asset-based loan, which that loan got approved. You have it. If you have it on your taxes, we can use it. This client of mine didn't have it on his taxes. It was a no-doc loan. If you have it on your taxes, we should be able to use it. That shouldn't be a problem. I have to look at your file, but if you're claiming as an income, then we should be able to use it. So I got to look at it, and I can advise you, and I can tell you for sure. But it shouldn't be a problem. There's always a workaround, whether we do an asset-based loan or if we do a credit-based loan. There's different type of loan structures, and I think in the future that crypto is going to be accepted more and more. Right now, it's kind of taboo. A lot of lenders don't accept it. Banks don't like it because it's a threat to the monetary policy. Yeah, but see, if you have it on your taxes, or depending on how you have your income, if it's reportable income, and here's the thing, and I'm just talking about a bank loan. If we did a asset-based loan, then the whole thing about how you make your money doesn't even matter because we don't verify your income on an asset-based loan. But if you did a bank loan, then yeah, we're going to have to get your taxes. Now, and I don't know what type of, how you make your money with it. This guy was a crypto trader, and they didn't feel comfortable with how he had huge cash deposits every single month. And anyway, that's a great topic though. I think it's relevant, and it makes a lot of sense to talk about that right now. Cryptocurrency and mortgages. It's like, vinegar and water, or what is it? Water and oil. So I think, so they're not mixing right now, but you have to figure out ways on how to make them work. So and that's one of the things that we really try to do here is figure out loan structures. So now I will tell you, if you're trying to do like a bank loan and you can't document the income with crypto, you're probably gonna have a problem getting financed. And because they don't feel, definitely a lender's not going to feel comfortable making that loan if you're not able to document your income. And you're doing crypto. Oh, you're self-employed, no short-term gains, but well, definitely put an application with you when I'm ready. Oh, you're in Oklahoma. Yeah, the biggest thing, Jessica, that I would say, you see, is you have to have time on your side to figure out how. So the biggest thing, and you said you're a long-term investor. It sounds like you're a long-term planner, long-term thinker, which is great, because same thing with lending is the more time you have on your side, like let's say you and I start talking next week to figure out a structure for you for a year from now. Then I give you a plan for the next year on what you need to do to work on X, Y, and Z, so that way you're primed and ready to go when it's time to close. See, nobody really does that in the industry. Most people, they decide last minute, oh, I want to buy a house and I'm not ready, my finances are not ready, my credits, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about tonight is some of the issues that I see in the lending industry with people trying to get a loan is they arbitrarily decide last minute, oh, I want to buy a house, but you're not ready to buy a house. There's things that you have to do to be ready to buy a home so you are successful in the transaction. Like getting your, hey Valerie, good evening, honey. Like getting your credit right, getting your bank statements right, getting your financials right, getting your rental history right, okay, getting your money right. These 5 things are critical to make sure that you're successful with getting a home loan. And most people that I cross paths with, and most lenders, they it's an instantaneous nanosecond. I want to buy a house right now and nothing's ready, and just give me approved and closed right now. And unfortunately, it doesn't really work like that in the lending world. We need a lot of time to kind of go through everything, plan it out properly, and give you, and it doesn't have to be a year. But I'm starting to get a lot of people call me and say, hey, Angelo, can you just look at my file and then give me a plan for the next year or what I need to work on? I'm happy to do that. We don't charge for that. We do it for free because I think it's just so important that people are not aware of, all the nuances of getting a home loan. Like I'm glad you asked the question about crypto because, if you just walked into your bank and said, Bank of Oklahoma, and said, hey, can you get me a loan? 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to deny the file because, they can't really show the income and they're probably not going to make the loan to you. So, the thing is that it's just really important that you work with the right lender that is going to put in the effort. Okay. A lot of lenders, they don't want to put in the effort. There's a lot of good lenders out there. But most of them, I promise you, they shut their door at 5 o'clock. They're not doing YouTube lives at 7 p.m. with you and trying to figure out to go 10 rounds with you to figure out how to get your loan approved. So, so that's the difference with us. We're going to really, push as much as we can because we believe in that. That's our mantra with our company, to defy the odds, to make a difference, to help you guys to take your life to the next level. And that's really, how we're different at what we do. So I appreciate all of you guys for always watching the show, watching the channel. Every Thursday we do this. We do Talk with Angelo live. You guys can ask me any questions just like Jessica did. And we also do 4 videos every week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. We produce videos every single week for you guys. So that's why we're here. To educate you guys, give you the knowledge, the power for finance, credit, lending, all of that stuff. So anyway, and that's a big thing I want to talk about tonight, leading into my topics for this evening, is preparation when getting a loan. Now, it could be a commercial loan, it could be a residential loan, it doesn't matter, but you have to be prepared. You have to be ready because you don't want to get your loan denied. All right. Most people, they are not prepared when they get a loan or when they go to buy a house. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you for reaching out. So most people are not prepared when they go to get their loan and then their loan gets denied. So I don't want that to happen to you guys. So if you go through our channel, we made like 800 videos on YouTube. We're one of the pioneers in the lending industry on YouTube. And we've shot over 800 videos. If you can search and scour our channel, it's all free. Everything on our channel is free. We don't charge for anything. It's all free on our channel. We don't do ads on our channel. And it's there to educate you guys, to teach you, to empower you on the different type of loan programs, what you need to do to get your credit right, your bank account right, your finances, your income, everything, so that way you can qualify for the loan. And that's what I want to talk about tonight is preparation, being prepared to make sure that when you go to apply for the loan that you actually get approved, that you don't get denied, because no one wants to get rejected. Everyone hates rejection. I don't like to get rejected, but sometimes rejection is feedback if you use it the right way to teach you. Yes, we do credit repair guidance too. Now, let me before you start thinking we're not a credit repair company. So because I noticed that I got to really work with my words a lot, and I want to make sure that you got understand we are not a credit repair company. Okay, we're a lender. We are a lender, but we can help you to do like a little bit of a credit boost if you need. Like for example, I had a client today. He had a 613 credit score. I'm going to help him to get a 620 credit score. Okay, that's a little bit of a credit booster, right? If you need major credit repair, like you have a 400 credit score, we don't have the ability to fix that credit. Okay, that's not what our job is. We have a credit repair company that will refer you to, like Jessica said, Fortress Credit. Yeah, and Fortress can help you to get your credit up. It's going to take some time. It's going to take time to do it. But, it could take 6 months. I don't know how bad, where your credit's at. But if you need major credit repair, then you have to go to a credit repair company, and you can use anyone out there. The reason I like Fortress is because that they're honest, they're trustworthy. I know the owner of the company, straight up guy. So Ron D. Lambeth. Yeah, if you've been up 100 points, then there you go. See, and you have real testimonies like Jessica. Okay, so real people that actually go through it and they get their credit up. Now, does that mean everyone's getting 100 points? No. There's no shortcuts, there's no gimmicks, there's no fast things. So all this stuff about online, about my credit went up 100 points in 2 minutes, that's not going to happen, so don't expect that. Yes, we can get you the information to Fortress. And like I said, if you need credit repair, we can put you in touch with the people to help you. It's just that I don't do credit repair, but I know people that do, and we can refer you to them to help you with that. Now, if you're trying to get a loan and you just need a minor credit booster, we can help you to get your credit score up in tandem with getting you the home loan. And we don't have a problem doing that, but it has to make sense. Everything has to make sense, okay? So so I just want to make sure that we're straight on the record about that, because people call me and say, hey, well, my credit's 400. I thought you were going to fix my credit. No, we're not a credit repair company. It's just not our business, right? So, but we are a lender, and we can do a minor credit booster on you. So there's a difference. So anyway, I did want to go into a few things tonight that I think are very important, going back to preparation. And preparation is very, very important when getting a loan. Okay, guys, I can't stress this enough, how important you have to be prepared when you're getting a loan, okay? So one of the biggest things I want to talk about is when you're getting an FHA loan, you're getting a conventional loan, you're getting a jumbo loan, a VA loan. If you have to bring money to closing, if you have closing costs, if you have down payment, the underwriter is going to go through your bank account, okay? It's a part of the process, and there's nothing you can do about it if you want to get a loan, okay? So you have to submit bank statements to the underwriter, and the underwriter is going to go through your bank account, all right? And it's not an invasion of privacy. They're going to go through your bank account, and they want to see what type of activity you've had in your bank account. Now, depending on the type of deposits that you have or the lack thereof, they're going to ask questions about your bank statements. All right, and I want to talk about this because about 30% of people getting a home loan get denied because they don't have their bank account right. Okay, so I want to talk about this topic tonight because I'm tired of seeing that with people where their loan gets denied because their bank records aren't right. So if you have deposits going into your bank account, okay, guys, that are over $1,000, be prepared that the underwriter could ask you questions about where did that money come from. Just be prepared. Okay, let me say that again. If you have bank statements and you have deposits going into that account that are over $1,000 per deposit, the underwriter can and may and will ask you, where did this money come from, if you cannot show it. And if you cannot show where that money came from, then you cannot use that money for your closing. Let's say you're going to closing, you're buying a $300,000 home, you have to bring $20,000 to closing. And in your bank account in July, you had a deposit for $4,000. It just says deposit. And the underwriter says, can you show me how did you get this money? Where did this money come from? I don't know. I don't know where it came from. It was just got in my account somehow. Well, they're not going to let you use that money if that's your answer. They're not going to let you use that $4,000 that you needed to bring to closing because you don't have a paper trail to document where those funds came from. Okay? So I want to make sure you guys understand this because it's a very, very important topic when getting a loan. I don't care what kind of loan you're getting. They're going to ask questions about it. Now, if it's clearly payroll related, then it's payroll related, right? Or You sold something. Say you sold a car. You may have to produce a bill of sale that you sold the car. Let's say that you're a travel agent and you booked a client's vacation. You may have to show proof of that vacation that you sold to your client. You see, so it's going to lead to further questions, further documentation, further things that you're going to have to produce for the loan. Okay? And if you need those funds for your closing and you can't show where that money came from, then you may not be able to use it. And this is a huge thing in our industry. So, yes, all in one account. All in one account, Valerie. So I promise you that, that's a very scary number, that 30% of people getting a home loan get their loan denied because they can't source their deposits. That's scary. And I want to talk about this because, and I did a podcast on this. So I did a podcast on this earlier in the week. And the reason why is because it's just insane to me that so many people are getting their loan denied, and for this very reason. So I'm coming to you to give you this knowledge, to give you this information, so then that way you guys are aware of what you need to do to get your home loan approved. What am I saying? That, okay, if you're planning on buying a house, you need to think forward. Think forward at least 2 months. You have to show 2 months of bank statements, right? So if you're planning on buying a house in November of 2021, you're going to have to show September and October bank statements. Think about this in advance, guys. And when you're making those deposits into the bank account, then you're going to think about, okay, they could ask me about what's this deposit. I better be able to show proof before I make this deposit of where it came from. If you sold something, make a bill of sale. What I'm telling you is don't deposit anything in your bank account unless you can show proof of where it came from. If you just listen to that out of this video tonight, then you're going to do good. All right? Now, this is if you're trying to buy a house or get a loan or any type of loan. And your bank account's going to be used at some point for showing your bank statements, for proof for funds for closing. So please pay attention to this video because it's very, very important that you guys understand that, because if you need that money for closing and you cannot show where that money came from, you cannot use that money for your closing. So that means you cannot close. So I cannot stress this enough, guys, because I see too many people that call at my office and in the mortgage industry and their loan gets denied. And it's very frustrating because, loans take a lot of work and you have high expectations to close on your loan. And, this unfortunately happens. So I don't want this to happen to you guys. So I'm coming to you to give you the information so then that way you're aware of what you need to do to be successful so you can close on your home. Okay? So, anyway, so that's on large deposits. So does anyone have any questions about large deposits? So what's the lesson, guys? Who can tell me what the lesson is on large deposits? Anyone can tell me that lesson, let me know. I'd love to hear who got that, because that's a huge thing that we talked about tonight. And my processors, my loan processors asked me tonight to talk about this to let everybody know. So that's how important it is. That's right. Verify the source. That's right. Fafa head. You need to prove where it came from. That's right. Well, you can deposit over 1,000. You could deposit $1 million in there, but you have to show where it came from. Right? There's no problem depositing money in your bank account, but you better be able to back it up. And if you say, well, that's mattress money, oh, that money's just sitting in cash in my pillow, that's not an acceptable source of income. You see? So that's the main thing that I'm trying to get at, is that it's okay to deposit money. You should deposit hey, Angela, good evening. It's okay to deposit as much money as you want to your bank account. No problem with that. But let's just make sure that we can back it up so that way, you don't have any, no problem, buddy. Thank you for coming to the show. We appreciate you, brother. So just make sure that you can back it up. That's all we're trying to say. So good lesson, guys. So the other thing that I do want to talk about that I think is important now is going into my next thing. So, and just to recap, if some of you guys are just joining on the show tonight, we're talking about how to be, money from a settlement's okay, but you're going to have to show proof of the settlement, Valerie. Let's say you had a settlement and they gave you 10 grand. The underwriter is going to say, show me proof of the settlement. Let me see the settlement. If you say I cannot show the settlement, then you cannot use that money for closing. That's how strict underwriters are. And if you tell them that, oh, it's cash money in my bank, in my pillow, or underneath my bed or my closet, you can't use that. That's not an acceptable source, right? Let's say that you said that you sold a car, and I deposited 5 grand in my bank account because I sold the car, but then you can't show proof of the bill of sale of the car or the title. You can't use that money. You see, so you run into these issues all the time, and people aren't aware of all this stuff. And no one's talking about this on the internet or out there in the world on how to get your bank account right when you're buying a house. Which is crazy to me because, millions of people get their loan denied because of these very reasons. So anyway, good stuff. The other thing that I wanted to talk about that I think is important is, now I'm going to go into jobs and your career. Okay. So I'm an employer. Non-self-employed, yes. For self-employed, it depends on the rent to own. No, I'm sorry, Cameron, I don't do anything with rent to own. I can help you with owning a house. I believe in home ownership. We're real big about turning renters into homeowners. So, the thing is that I'd rather try to help you get into owning your own house. I don't believe in renting. I don't know about renting to own. So I'm sorry about that. But anyway, self-employed, depending, Jessica, it could either be 12 months of bank statements, or depending on the type of loan that you're doing, could be 2 years of taxes or 1 year of taxes. So it just depends on the type of loan that you're doing for self-employed. A lot of self-employed loans are 12 months of bank statements. Okay? So now on a bank statement loan, I want to go back for a second, Jessica. On a bank statement loan, they may not ask you all those questions about where the money came from, but they're going to want to know, what do you do for a living? How do you make your money? Some industries, some businesses, like I had a client earlier in the week that he has a hemp dispensary, and it's not an acceptable business. Well, let me take that back. Hemp products are, I guess, now accepted. I guess hemp products, but not actually the selling of hemp, I guess. I don't know how all that works, but so he didn't have an acceptable business. Well, he did. I had to prove that he sold hemp products. He actually didn't sell hemp, and then we got him approved for the loan. So, so depending on the type of business that you're in, they could inquire, like you said you're in crypto, depending on the type of loan that we do, it could be a slippery slope on how we get you approved. So we just got to be really careful about how you make your money. Oh, you process foreclosures? Wow. Interesting. I'd have to look, Jessica, I'd have to look at your file because it seems like you got a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna have to take a look at it and see, which is what I love to do. That's what I do. I take people's files and I take a look at how to figure them out. We'd have to just look at it. The thing is, and then you're buying in Oklahoma. I don't know if you're buying in Tulsa or Oklahoma City or Edmond or, I have to just look at, what you're trying to do, and then I can figure it out, because there's a lot of ways on how to get the deal done. And I just have to see like, what you have, okay? So, because, if you have the foreclosure business, and then you also do the crypto stuff, then there's a lot of stuff that, we could technically use both incomes. But, I'd have to look at your file because it's very specific and there's a lot of stuff. And I don't know what price of home that you want. What's the price of the home that you want? And then how much, do you want? And there's a lot of stuff that has to go into it. It's a one-on-one conversation like you have with your doctor. You do that with your lender too. It's a one-on-one type thing where we go back and forth, and then we can figure it out together. So, but anyway, what I wanted to go into this other thing about now job hopping. Okay, so if you're in the process of if you're thinking about buying a house, if you're thinking about buying a house in the next year, okay, I'm gonna just please pay attention to this. Please listen, because job hopping can and will affect you with getting a home loan. Okay, I'm telling you right now. Thank you, Ishmael. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you. So be careful and with job hopping. All right. In the mortgage industry, lenders do not like it when you jump around from job to job, especially while you're getting a home loan. Okay, especially while you're getting a home loan, it's gonna cause a problem. Okay, now, and a lot of people, they're like, hey, it's my life, I do what I want to do, it's none of your business. Okay, that's fine, but if you have an issue with underwriting because you change jobs, you're gonna expect some repercussions. All right, and what do I mean by that? Well, let's say that you worked at Best Buy as a manager, okay? And you made $40,000 a year as a manager, and now you decide that you want to drive a truck. Now you go and get a CDL, and then you start driving a truck. Oh, great question, Jonathan. I will answer that expense ratio question. That's a very good question. I will answer that for you in a second. So I want to stay on this. I'm going to answer that for you. That's a very good question, especially for a restaurant owner. So we deal with that every day. Give me a second. Let me answer this question about job hopping. I'll answer that for you, Jonathan. Good question. And I'm actually going to do a podcast on non-QM loan underwriting because I think that's a very good topic. So anyway, going back to job hopping, now you want to drive a truck. You don't want to work as Best Buy as a manager anymore. You don't like it. Well, you know what? And then a week later, you say, oh, I want to buy a house now. So you went from being a restaurant manager, a manager at Best Buy to driving a truck. And then a week later, you wake up and say, I want to buy a house. I'm going to call Angelo. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's an issue. It's a problem. All right, because now you changed your job, and I can't determine what your income is going to be as a truck driver. You get paid by the load, you get paid by the mile, and I don't know how to calculate your income. You say, well, I'm making great money. I made $10,000 last month. Here's my paycheck. Well, in lending, they don't look at that because you don't have a history and it's variable pay. When you have variable pay, you have to show it for at least a year. Okay? If you have variable pay, you have to show variable pay for at least a year, guys, before they'll even consider your loan to get it approved. So the thing is that it's important that you're mindful of that, because if you're trying to get a loan, don't job hop, man. Ladies and gentlemen. So do not job hop. Stay with that employer. Now, I'm going to say this. There's nothing wrong with advancement. I'm not saying to stay in the same job if you hate it and you're miserable. And if you are changing, just know that, and I want to make sure, let me clear that up. So if you're going after your dreams, I've talked to many of my clients, like, hey man, I'm doing my dream, I'm starting my own business. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. So go for it, man. I'm all about going for your dreams. Just don't apply for a home loan while you're going through for your dreams. Like Jeff Bezos left Wall Street to start Amazon. We need more people doing that. We need more people doing that, going for their dreams. Nothing wrong with going for your dreams, but all I'm trying to say is don't get your heart broken or crushed because you got denied. We do have a phone number. Call or text us at 832-431-6331. So don't get your heart broke because your loan gets denied because you can't document your income. You just change your jobs. Now, if you got a promotion or advancement, or let's say that you got a new job, yeah, you can buy a new established business. So anyway, if you take on a new job and you got a salary at your present job, your Best Buy, and now you went to go work for Target. Oh, thank you, Juan. I appreciate you, brother. So, and now you go work for Target. You left Best Buy, getting a salary. Now you go to Target. Now you got a higher paying job. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And now you want to buy a house. That's fine. Okay. So, how do you handle the SBA loans? Good question. SBA loans. Okay. Are you talking about SBA loans for residential, they're counting against you, or for a commercial loan? What type of loan are you trying to get? I got to know more information about that. So, Kelvin. We can help you, Kelvin, with a 580 or 590. Yes, now we need to get you to a 620 to get it closed, but I can work with you at a 580. No, SBA, okay, are you trying to... Okay, I need more information about the SBA guy. Kelvin, we can help you. Call or text us at 832-431-6331. Anyway, I think I cleared up the stuff on switching jobs. No problem switching jobs. Stay in the same line of work. If you go to variable pay, 1 year. Business, I'm trying to get a mortgage. Oh, if you're trying to get a mortgage, they shouldn't be counting the SBA loan against you. They put that on the business, not you personally. If you're trying to get a residential mortgage, they shouldn't be putting the SBA debt on you personally. That's not right. That's supposed to go on the business debt, business credit, not you. They're not doing that the right way. Call me about that because I can help you with that. I had another client like that last week like that. I don't know how some of these lenders, how they're doing it. Call me at 832-431-6331. That should not be happening if you're trying to get a residential mortgage. Line of credit, it's not 620 anymore. I think it's 650 for a line of credit. 650 for line of credit. But we still do line of credit, yeah. You can use a line of credit for commercial, investment properties, multifamily, fix and flip. Down payment assistance, yeah, I mean, it depends. It depends on the type of down payment assistance that you're getting on. It's whether it's a grant or a loan. The loan ones aren't good. If it's true grant, it's okay. A true forgivable grant is good, but if it's a loan or some type of repayment, then that one is not as good. Okay, so it depends because some of them have different strings attached to them. And you got to be careful because if it's a loan, you have to repay it or they could attach a lien to your house. And lenders don't like to mess with that. And then sellers, they can have the seller fill out more paperwork. So, but if it's a true grant that's forgivable, then that's okay. So it just depends on what you have. So, okay, I'm going to answer Mr. Tran's email about the expense ratio. So, Mr. Tran, 832-431-6331. How they do the expense ratio. And it's a good question because it depends on the type of business that you have. You said that you own a restaurant, it sounds like, Mr. Tran. So, typically, depending on the size of your restaurant, let's say you have, you're depositing, let's just say $20,000 a month into your restaurant, into your business bank account. Now, depending on the size of your restaurant, how many employees you got, they're going to give you anywhere from 50 to 70% credit for those deposits. If you have a very big restaurant and a lot of employees, they're probably going to give you 50% credit. If you have a very small restaurant and a little bit of employees, they'll probably give you 70% credit. So what does this mean? Well, if you're depositing 20, worst case, they're going to give you 10,000 a month. Best case is 14,000 a month. Okay. So based on, the size of your operation, you're going to fill out a self-employed questionnaire. And on that questionnaire, it's going to ask you questions about your business. Because remember, on the non-QM loan, we don't see your tax returns. All we see is your bank statement. So we have no idea about your tax returns or all your stuff. Oh, please do, Stan. We appreciate you. We love doing lines of credit. We help a ton of investors with lines of credit. So please do. So anyway, they're going to go through your bank account, and let's say you're depositing 20,000 a month, then they're going to give you 50 to 70% credit, and that's what you have to use to qualify for your loan. We don't know how much you have on your tax returns. You could have zero. You may not even file taxes. I don't know. But we're going to go through your bank statements and see what your deposits are. Okay? And that's how we're going to determine what you qualify for. And we're going to apply that expense ratio based on the self-employed questionnaire that you filled out. So I hope that answers your question, my friend, about the expense ratio for non-QM loans. That's a great question. And so not a lot of people know what that is. So that's really good. You're probably in the loan process somewhere if you're asking that. Oh, is he? Okay, that's interesting, Cherries. I didn't know that. He's given a raise you said disability income? Well, yeah, if that's true, then you can use that income right away to qualify. Did Finger Hut self-credit and Capital One? Oh, that's awesome. Which one don't trust? What are you saying? Don't trust what? What do you need to get a line of credit? You need to have, it depends on what are you trying to do with the line of credit. An investor line of credit for fix and flip and buying houses and stuff like that, you have to have experience, you have to have a little bit of money in the bank and a decent credit score. The biggest thing is experience and liquidity and a fair credit score, 650 or higher. Well, if your credit score is at 617, why don't you trust that? Why don't you trust that credit score? Check your FICO score. Go to My FICO. The requirements, Elkin 129. The requirements are VA. Check your My FICO score, Fafa head, and check and see what your FICO score is. So, the requirements for non-QM is 640 or higher credit score, self-employed for at least 2 years, no bankruptcy or foreclosure in the last 2 years, 5 or below NSFs in the last 12 months on your bank account, funds for closing. Obviously, you have to have funds for closing, reserves based on your credit. You need to have funds for closing and reserves based on your credit. Okay? And that's it. No tax returns, no W-2s, no pay stubs. Oh, minimum loan amount. No, VA is 620. VA is a 620 credit score. Minimum loan amount on a non-QM loan is 150 grand. They're bigger loans. We like big loans for a non-QM. The average loan on a non-QM is like $500,000 for us. Whoops. Sorry about that. The biggest loan for us on non-QM is like $500,000. I'm sorry, average loan. So yeah. Hey, good evening. The best project, your house, a trust or LLC. Well, for your primary residence, I would do the trust, and for investment and rental properties, I would do the LLC. That's what I would do if it was me. That's a great question. Actually, I'm going to make a video on that, trust or LLC. I like that. See, I get ideas from you guys. So You guys have good ideas. I don't. You guys give me good ideas, so I appreciate that. I appreciate all of the stuff that you guys always do, because you help me to educate me, to give me the knowledge, give me the information. So this has been great tonight. I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of my show, because we really try, to give you guys the knowledge, the foresight of what it takes. Oh, somebody asked a question about SBA. Yeah. No, on SBA loans, you shouldn't be using. Oh yeah, I did answer that actually. I did answer that. So on SBA loans, I think I answered. Did I answer everyone's questions tonight? Did anyone else have any other questions about anything? So remember, we're here for you guys. Nationwide lender. What are their current rates for a type of non-QM? Starts at 4%, and they go up from there. They can be 4 to 6%, depending on your credit, depending on the down payment, depending on what you're doing, all that stuff. They start at 4%. They might be a little bit lower than 4%, but usually they stay between 4 to 6% for non-QM. So there's no PMI on those loans. They're 30-year fixed loans, great loans. So minimum down payment, yes, for non-QM is 10%. So the minimum down payment on non-QM is 10%. Great question. Okay. So that's a very good question, actually. So, yep. Oh, it's not bad, because you don't have to put, there's no tax returns, there's no W-2s. That's a good question. That's a good idea. It's tough though. Well, you're asking one. I mean, it's not easy. That's not an easy ask. You're saying to buy a business with no money down. That inherently is going to be tough. I'm not saying it can't be done. It can be done with hard money. It's going to be a hard money loan. It's not going to be a bank loan. Oh, you're welcome. We appreciate you. Thank you for watching the show and the channel. We work very hard to educate everyone and teach them. So we really appreciate you for watching us and giving us all your support. We're here for you guys. So that means a lot to us, that you guys are here watching the show, watching the channel. And remember, you can call or text us. We're open from 9 to 9, 7 days a week, 832-431-6331. And you gave me a lot of ideas to make new videos. So we really appreciate, we really value you guys. And remember, every Thursday on our show. Oh, thank you, Angelo. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So I want to go to, I have a very poor credit, but I've been working in the same field for years. I'm happy to look at your file, Cameron. Like you just said you have poor credit. Most lenders wouldn't even talk to you. I'm just going to be straight with you, man. They'd be like, no, I don't want to mess with that. Now, you told me you had a solid job. And see, I like that about you, because that shows me that you're loyal, that you're serious, and we can work through the credit thing, man. But, you're going to have some money for closing, but you have the right attitude. We got to fix the credit. If you're serious about fixing the credit, we can get you into a house. And that's really what it comes down to, is let's fix that credit. Let's get that credit right. I can help you to fix it. Now, depending on the extent of it, it could be a major credit plan. If it's major, we might have to get Fortress involved or somebody else. But if it's stuff that we can kind of help you with and walk you through it, then we can. No, just call the office tomorrow. Call us. There's no appointment. Just call us, and one of the lenders, or we'll get back in touch with you as soon as possible. We're focused on results, focused on getting stuff done. That's why we're here. So just call or text us at the 832-431-6331 number, and we'll get back in touch with you as soon as possible to make sure we answer all of your questions. So anyway, let me go, because I know that you guys have a lot of stuff you got to do. I'm going to go to this giveaway. Remember, right now we're giving away free $100 Amazon gift cards, and we're also doing free TV, refrigerator giveaways. We do a bunch of that stuff. You can see on our channel. We're really big about giving back, making a difference, helping people to enrich their lives. So I do want to go into the test question for tonight. Every Thursday we do the test question. So for the $100 Amazon giveaway, okay, so everyone remember, whoever answers the question first and correctly. There's two things. Not about first. It's whoever answers it first and correctly can win the $100 Amazon gift card. Okay? So whoever answers it first and correctly, and it's based on my, my slow eyes about how fast I can see whoever responds first. So we talked about the key thing tonight. The takeaway for this video tonight was preparation is key when getting a home loan, right? So we talked about large deposits. So what is the dollar amount of large deposits that you have to be mindful of to be able to prove? So what is the dollar amount of large deposits that you have to prove when getting a home loan in your bank statement? What do we say on the show? $1,000. Ishmael got it. Good job, buddy. Good job. Ishmael got it, and so did Jessica. So Jessica and Ishmael got it. So I'm gonna let Ishmael decide. Ishmael answered it first, and then Jessica got it. Ishmael, do we split it with Jessica, or do you get the whole 100? So Ishmael responded first, and then Jessica was like about 2 seconds after. So yeah, if you deposits over $1,000, we need you to source it, guys. We want you to be successful with your home loan. Yeah, everyone's chiming in now 1,000, but I wanted you to do that. And that, yeah. So Ishmael said it first. So he is technically the winner. I'm going to let him decide. Last time I think he won, and he gave some of the money to somebody else too. I don't remember, but I know that Jessica was right behind him, and so I'm gonna let Ishmael decide if. Oh, Valerie won last week. That's right. Split it with Jessica. Should we do that? Hey, I was going to say 500. No, it's not 500, it's 1,000. So you have to be ready because the underwriter could ask for that. So that's the key takeaway. Split it, that's fine. Okay, Ishmael, you're a good man. Ishmael's a good man. Okay, Jessica and Ishmael, send me your email. Text me your email. We'll get you out that gift card. It'll be probably by Monday when you get it, but we'll definitely get it out to you. No, Cecilia, I didn't see you, honey. I'm sorry. I saw Jessica and I saw Ishmael. So text me your email to 832-431-6331, and we'll get you out that free Amazon gift card. Give me till Monday because some of my team is out on vacation, but we'll definitely get that out to you. Oh, you were second? I'm sorry. I off ahead. I saw Ishmael. I saw Jessica. I didn't see you, man. So I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you for watching the show on the channel. We love you. Take care. Peace out. Make the most of yourself. Have a great night. And watch me tomorrow. I'll be back again live next Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. We got a bunch of great new content coming out. Thank you all so much. Take care. Peace out. We love you. Take care. Bye-bye.